Warning! We are about to spoil everything, everywhere, all at once.
If you haven't seen the movie and you plan on watching it, leave now and come back later. But if you have seen it, or you just don't care, then please, stick around. But like you should. You should care. It's a good movie. Go see it.
So, what do you think, Everything Bagel?
That's very interesting.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Cinema Roulette. Woohoo! Come celebrate with us, everybody. It is a very special day today. Let's go.
This is 200th episode!
Woo! 200th episode, baby. Let's go!
200 episodes. Gosh, I can't believe we got here by 2025.
Hey, there it is.
But I guess we kind of have a fitting movie for jumping around time and stuff.
Yeah. Boy, oh boy. Are we just no more banter? Should I just say the title?
I will say again, even though it was in the spoiler warning, if you haven't seen this movie, go watch it. It's good, even if the pedantic people online are like, it's not actually good, because people enjoy it.
Yeah. But yes, this is a film, a modern day classic brought to us by the Daniels. Daniel Kwan and Daniel I'm going to butcher his last name. So
I believe in you.
I mean, I could say Schneinert. I don't know what nationality he is, but they made a little movie called Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. Also, boy, that silence.
That 200th silence.
Hard to believe it's been 200 silences, man.
Yeah, and we still haven't watched Alien.
Oh, I know. Crazy that we haven't gotten to, like, Alien and, like, we haven't touched Mad Max, you said, in, like, over 100 episodes?
Yeah, we have not touched Mad Max since episode 101, and we haven't touched Lupin since I think it's 128.
God, and that was Legend of the Gold of Babylon.
Yep.
Jesus.
Unlike the second Lupin episode, good episode.
Still feel bad about that one.
We might redo that movie in the future. Yeah. There's a couple episodes we are like, we should probably try that again.
Nice Guys, but...
No, we haven't done an episode on Nice Guys, and you can't prove it.
Right.
Also, if you watch before getting into the movie, this is going to be a long one. I'm sure the length is down there.
Yeah.
But if you watch the YouTube version, I did what I did for the 100th episode and showed all the different title cards we've had from 100 to 199, and then you have now.
Yeah.
Sadly, I wasn't able to really find an artist to do something for this, so I've taken the 100th episode, I've taken stuff that's inspired by this movie, I took the new Lupin background we have, and you'll see whenever the wheel lets us watch Lupin again, made by Moose. So that's what that background is.
Yes. And yeah, I mean, the reason, be prepared too, this is going to be a long synopsis because the movie is so out there and so much happens even just within the first, like, half hour of the movie that we kind of have to do play by play or else it just won't make any goddamn sense.
I literally watched the movie twice because I couldn't keep up with notes while we were both watching. And my notes at the end, they were about 5 pages.
Yeah. So, hunker on down. There's a lot to go through.
Hunker down. There's a lot to talk about with this movie.
Oh, yeah.
Also, our first Oscar winner.
That is true, yeah. And one of the few ones that were like, yeah, totally deserved.
I will probably mention this more at the end, but the people who are like, actually, that movie is just badly put together is. I don't like saying a movie is objectively good, but that's an objectively wrong statement to say this movie is badly made.
Mm-hmm. You cannot like it, but that's just not fair.
You cannot like it for whatever reason. Humor doesn't land for you. It gets too far out there, whatnot.
Yeah.
But trying to be like, this is a bad movie. No, it's just not for you.
Exactly. I cannot like a movie and still at least respect what it does. You're just wrong.
I was trying to think of a joke, and then like 6 movies popped in my mind, and none wanted to leave.
Damn.
Well, the opening shot is of a round mirror, and we see a family of 3 singing karaoke, but then we hard cut to what seems to be modern day, and see the house is an absolute mess. First, we see Evelyn working at a table, surrounded by papers, doing her taxes. Her husband Wayman comes in, trying to have a conversation with her, talking about a New Year's party. Her father's there. This whole opening is anxiety hell.
Oh my god, it is, because she's trying to run a laundry business while also like trying to just wrestle with all this other stuff that's going on in her life, and just everything. You can just feel the stress from everything that's happening.
I didn't listen to the whole commentary. I was going to, but this episode's already going to be long enough. But the little bit I did listen to the commentary, the Daniels got messages from other people who lived in houses like this with these types of parents, and they're basically having like PTSD because this is exactly how those types of houses looked.
Wow, really? That's crazy.
But like everything that is if you want a fun drinking game so that way you don't have to deal with the rest of today, drink every time we say everything.
Yeah, you'll be shit-faced in like probably half an hour.
Yeah, probably. But we see as Evelyn is trying to get things set, she's having breakfast cooked for her dad, who is now living with them because he was too old to live on his own. Waymond has divorce papers at the ready, but hasn't told Evelyn yet. We go downstairs while customers need help in the laundromat. Joy shows up. It's Evelyn's daughter. Joy has a girlfriend named Becky, and Joy is worried about bringing Becky to the party because Evelyn's father's going to be there, and he's old and kind of bigoted. And it's just a lot. I'll mention it more too. Something I love about showing the divorce papers is we see the 3 tags on it, the yellow, blue, and red tag.
Yeah.
So later when it's used to give her notes, we know it's the divorce papers and where they are.
Yep. It's a nice little visual thing.
Evelyn's dealing with customers. She's getting more annoyed. Joy is trying to have a conversation with her, but Evelyn is moving around too much in order to even listen. She's too much in her own head, annoyed that Wayman is having too much fun, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Wayman had to come down and help a customer get some cash out of an ATM, and is literally like dancing and mimicking what's on TV. She keeps finding googly eyes everywhere. She is just infuriated and stressed out, which the movie gets across very well.
Oh, yeah. Scarily well.
When Evelyn has to go back upstairs for a bag of laundry for a customer, Joy follows her, and two are kind of arguing, but we see on the security footage, Wayman suddenly gets like really ninja. Like, he parkours all over the place. He goes behind the cashier counter and grabs something, and then by the time the two look, he's just back talking to the customer. I'm sure that's nothing.
Mm.
Actually, I should say, when I first saw this movie, I literally knew nothing going in. I didn't see the trailer. I just knew it was about multiverse and it was by the people who did Swiss Army Man.
Yeah.
Which is a very fun Daniel Radcliffe movie if you haven't seen it.
And I was pretty much the same way. I actually knew less than you because I had not seen Swiss Army Man. I didn't know it was about like multiverse stuff. You just said, great movie, don't look at anything, go watch it.
Go watch it. It will be fine, Cameron. You won't have to cry at any moments.
Oh, it was great. It was a good cry.
I enjoyed this movie so much. I have 2 AMCs near me, and I legit forgot which one I went to when I saw the movie.
Oh my goodness.
Like, by the time I went out, I was like, oh, I'm at this one. That's right. But when you first see Wayman, like, go out and do the parkour, it's just like, okay, movie, you're going somewhere. Mm-hmm. That's just your little taste. It is also kind of a break from the stress because you don't have to focus on what Evelyn or Joy are saying.
Yep.
But Evelyn and Joy go back downstairs. They deal with the customer, talk again about a Chinese New Year party that's happening tomorrow. They are also going to an audit because, well, they're being audited and they might lose the laundromat. It's a whole thing. I'm sure it's only lightly important to the plot. Everyone loves talking about taxes, I know. Mm. But her father does wake up and come downstairs looking for breakfast. And Joy doesn't know, I forget what they're speaking.
Cantonese.
Is it Cantonese? Okay.
Because in the subtitles, I think they do specify Cantonese, not Mandarin.
Well, sometimes they do also speak Mandarin, though.
Oh, okay. Well, fuck it. I don't know then.
It flip-flops between... Either way, Joy doesn't really know the language, but is trying to introduce the grandfather to Becky. But Evelyn steps in quickly and says, Becky is just Joy's good friend. Joy does not take this well. She doesn't, like, swear out her mouth or anything. She just leaves angry. Evelyn stops her and is like, it really can't give any motherly advice or try to make up for things. Literally just kind of calls her fat.
Yeah.
Like, you're fat. You should call more. Okay. And this becomes a lot more apparent as we keep going. But Evelyn's a really shit person.
Yeah, like throughout the opening, and she does kind of grow as a character, she just acts really like selfish and self-absorbed, basically.
Yeah, she's shady to her daughter, she's shady to her husband.
Yep.
She just comes across as a very bad person. There's not really a save the cat moment for the opening.
No, yeah, and in fact, she kind of looks down on her husband and thinks he's like stupid or silly. He's like, "What has my stupid husband done now?"
And then we get the title card of everything.
Yep.
So Joy left with Becky having a good cry in the car. Evelyn is still stressed out. They head to the audit. I'd like to note here, I will, since we're spoiling the movie, we will talk about later moments and come back to them. But if you pay attention when they're driving to the audit, you can see the person who is currently the pizza sign spinner.
Oh, really? That's cool.
So that it's not that Evelyn's in like a different city when we see her as the pizza spinner. It's the fact she got a job there instead of a laundromat.
Oh, that's clever. Okay.
While they're walking through the lobby, Evelyn's hardly paying attention. We see Wayman look at an older couple kissing, and you can tell that even though he has those divorce papers, he is longing for this relationship to stay.
Yeah.
But we get in the elevator, and time for the first act to start ending. Yeah, 20 minutes into this episode, we're finally getting done with the first act of the movie.
Bam! All right.
But while in the elevator, Wayman starts moving more, I don't know, would it be mechanical, majestic? One of the two.
I'd say, like you said, kind of more like precision, like his like every action is so precise.
That is a better word for it, yes. But he like opens up an umbrella, covers the security camera, and starts talking to Evelyn. This is Alpha Wayman, so just so we can get things clear.
Yeah, there's Waymond, and then there's Alpha Waymond, who is currently in this Waymond's body.
He puts some earpieces on Evelyn that starts scanning her brain, and he's trying to explain, like, okay, you can't talk about this, but we really need your help to save the universe.
Not just one universe, all the universes.
Just all of them. She's kind of thinking he's being weird or crazy, because, I mean, what else would you think if your husband just started going off about how the multiverse is going to die and put earpieces in your head?
Yep.
But as he's trying to explain further, Evelyn's brain connects to the system, and we get a quick rundown of her life. She had a very strict father, met Wayman at a very young age, left the family to move out to America with Wayman. They opened a laundromat. Her father hardly ever called her, and she could hardly ever contact him. They had a baby, and ever since Joy seems to have been at least like 16, they've been kind of growing more distant. So the fighting at the beginning isn't new.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this has been going on for quite some time.
And serious credit to the fucking movie. Getting all of this across, all this exposition in a way that doesn't feel like it's jamming it down your throat.
Yeah. The fact this movie flows as naturally as it does is amazing.
It really is. There is just so much going on all the time until basically the falling action.
Yeah.
Like, we haven't even gotten to the point where we're going to have to talk about multiverse.
Mm-hmm. We're still in the same universe at this point.
We're still in the same fucking universe. We get back to now. Alpha says, don't try to talk to me. I won't know what you're talking about. Here's some notes. And he wrote down 3 instructions on the back of the divorce papers. Not that Evelyn knows it's divorce papers. It says, go into the closet instead of going to your auditor meeting. Evelyn's still thinking this is kind of crazy. Goes to the audit with Jamie Lee Curtis. They do say the character's name once. I'm just going to call her Curtis the entire time. Is everyone okay with this?
That's fair. And I mean, I know it's Deidre, but Curtis is fine.
Deidre is such a weird name.
Yeah.
And like, first viewing, once you're here, it's like, okay, movie, what are we going for?
Mm-hmm.
What is the nail down? What is your plot here? Don't worry, it will answer that in half a second, and it's not going to be nice about it.
Nope.
We also are very quickly figuring out her dad is a fucking prick.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we already got told he might be bigoted towards Joy being a lesbian. But even while Evelyn and Waymond are talking to Curtis, he basically calls her stupid for spacing out too much.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, you're just here, dude. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, and I think it was already revealed in the flashback scene where they're like, I'm sorry, it's a girl. And, like, the father was apparently not happy about that because you said it was Chinese culture thing.
Yeah, it's a cultural thing that it's better to have a boy than a girl. I don't know if that's still there. I just remember it being kind of an older tradition in China.
Yeah, and that's why her dad just distanced themselves.
But as the audit keeps going on, Evelyn phases out. It's only the fact that if she fucks this up, her entire business is going to be taken from her, which is also her home.
Mm-hmm.
But she does as instructed on the paper. She switches which shoes her feet are on. Fuck me.
You can do it. I believe in you.
Switches the shoes to opposite feet. I forget what the other 2 are, but doing this all of a sudden gets her. Well, she hits the 2 Bluetooths that are still on her ears. Mm-hmm. Which no one ever questions. And suddenly she gets slinged back into the janitor's closet, and Alpha Wayman's here. Alpha Wayman, Alpha Wayman tries to explain what's going on, but technically Evelyn's brain is in the closet, but is also still at the audit, so she has to relax her other body in order to stay more focused on what Alpha Wayman is saying.
Yeah, he was basically like, just turn your brain off and zonk out.
And they do this often in the movie, is she'll double speak, basically. Like, she'll be answering a question for two different people, but it's the same thing. Even here, we see the screen split in two, and
Yeah.
for the half of her in the closet and half of her out there, both say the same line, and even the subtitle is broken between the glass.
Oh, it's so clever. Yeah. And the fun thing is, the conversations in both context of the conversations kind of make sense.
Especially later.
Yes. Oh, I love that when they do that later.
Or the other thing I love here is once she does focus, Curtis needs to get her attention again, and literally inside the closet, Jamie Lee Curtis just appears, and there's a dramatic like theater spotlight on her, and it's like, Miss Wang.
And then it cuts back. It's such a good like visual transition. That's one of my favorites in the movie.
Curtis also talks about her awards, which are oddly shaped, but I'm sure that's not Chekhov's butt plug.
Spoiler, it's totally Chekhov's butt plug.
And also here, I love Jamie Lee Curtis's performance because she's exaggerating her face to like Jim Carrey levels.
Yeah, like it's a very over the top performance, and it's hilarious and awesome. I guess I'll insert that now because it makes sense, but it says for Deidre's appearance, Quan discovered a picture of a real IRS agent he found online, which Curtis liked and wanted to emulate.
Thanks, random IRS agent.
Yep, you inspired one of the best characters in the movie.
Also, Wayman explains, like, so someone is coming through all the multiverse and is trying to destroy everything. So I need to find the goodest Evelyn so that way it can fight this evil. Which I do like how that is what Wayman is always doing. He's always looking for the good.
Yeah.
Like, we find out later that's how he sees life. So the idea that even Alpha's mission is to find the good in the world is really clever.
Exactly. He's just such a wholesome guy that he's just wholesome in all universes.
Also, because Evelyn's still doing a double speak with the audit, she does pull a race card at one point of just like, you keep saying such big words to us and we don't understand.
Yeah.
Even Curtis's character's like, you said you were going to bring your daughter to translate. Yeah. Like, what do you want from me? I'm giving you so many chances.
Yeah. I think, yeah, because I think she actually did genuinely misunderstand it. But yeah, she called it. She was like, what the heck is this? I forget what she called it.
It was like, gross negligence was the word.
She was like, well, what does that even mean?
Yeah, even back in the closet with Alpha Wayman, she's like, what does gross negligence mean? Of course, both Alpha Wayman and Curtis are trying to say this is the most important conversation you have to focus on.
Yep.
She kind of splits her thinking, but then inside the pocket dimension where the closet universe is, Wayman is attacked. Alpha Wayman gets his neck broken, and a angry Jamie Lee Curtis with a circle on her head rips a pipe out of the wall and kills the Evelyn in that universe. But back in our reality, she stands up screaming, but, nothing's happening here. It's a different universe.
Yeah, she's not dead in this one. Even though she just experienced death
somehow
in the other one, which would be fuck with you.
And somehow during all this, Wayman was able to convince Jamie Lee Curtis to give them till 6 p.m. Actually, I guess the party is that night. 6 p.m. tonight to come back with all the files and try the audit one more time. It's their last chance.
Yep.
Evelyn doesn't know how this happened and is assuming he did... even assumed earlier he was doing something stupid, but it worked out. They leave the audit. They're playing... Evelyn leaves quickly because she's already embarrassed and confused. Are you still there, by the way?
Yes, I am.
Cool. She leaves, drops the note she was given on like changing her shoes and hitting the button. And Wayman thinks, "Oh, she found the divorce papers," and starts saying like, I understand why you're acting so strange. I know why," and holds up the papers. Of course, now it's a no, what's the term for it?
For what?
Because they both think they know what the other is talking about, but both are talking about opposite things.
Yeah. Misunderstanding?
I guess. I think there's another term for it, but I can't think of it. But both are misunderstanding one another because Evelyn it's like, "Oh, so you do know about the multiverse thing? Well, you need to fucking quit." He's like, "No, no, no, no. I understand, but it's you just need to like calm down." I was just thinking because before Wayman can finish his thought, even turns around the papers as Evelyn realizes he's talking about them being divorced, and Wayman starts to realize, "Wait, what are these notes on the back?"
Yeah.
We see Curtis coming down the hall.
Nothing. I was just quipping.
Well, we're allowed to quip.
I know.
We're allowed to quip on the podcast.
I know, but it was such a negative quip that all this buildup wouldn't be worth it anyway, so just continue.
Fair enough. Get rid of that universe. Go away. Curtis is coming up, and she has a mean look on her face. Evelyn thinks this is the murderous Curtis from the pocket dimension. So, she's like, "I'm not prepared to fight," but since Wayman is only normal Wayman, he has no idea what's going on.
Yeah, he thinks she's still talking about the divorce.
Yeah, Evelyn runs up and punches Curtis in the face. Yeah, they forgot their little shopping cart of supplies, and she was just bringing it back. Oops.
Oopsies.
Which, to put some blame on Curtis, you could have said while you were coming there, "Hey, you forgot your bag."
Yeah, not just stare you down while walking towards you.
Stare you down, looking daggers through her.
Yeah.
But yeah, they just technically assaulted a government agent, so security is called.
Mm-hmm.
And then this movie starts to somewhat come into focus as Alpha Wayman returns. He's like, "You were supposed to lay low. You didn't tell me what was going on." Alpha Wayman needs to get rid of security as they show up. He eats a bit of chapstick and then seems to be able to fight kung fu with his fanny pack. This whole fight scene is so fucking good.
Oh, it's so damn good.
Because what is the actor's name who plays Wayman?
Kai Hei Kwan?
Say it one more time because Discord cut you off on my end.
Sure. It's Kei Hoi Kwan. It's like KEHUIQUAN. Kei Hoi Kwan.
Yeah, Kei Hoi Kwan, if you don't know, was Short Round in Temple of Doom. He was also in Goonies. But then he disappeared from movies and was actually a stunt coordinator for the longest time.
Yeah, so sorry, go on.
No, you can keep going.
I was going to say, all those stunts he literally performed himself.
Yeah. Because of the movie Crazy Rich Asians, he realized that Asian people were actually being allowed to star in movies again, and this was the first movie he signed up for.
Yeah.
His fighting is awesome. It is great to watch. It has great impact, but it's also left very cartoony, so things don't feel too serious.
Exactly. Yeah. It's stupidly over the top. They just go completely all in with the ridiculousness, and it's awesome. And fun fact about that fight scene. So, the Daniel said that the kung fu fight scenes were shot unusually quickly. For example, the fanny pack fight was only shot in a day and a half.
No fucking way.
Yup.
Holy shit.
Yeah, they had that like down pat. Like the amount of coordination and planning to just pull it off that quickly is insane.
That, especially with all the wire stunts different setups that happen in it,
Yeah.
that's nuts.
Day and a half.
Like, for those who don't know, big action scenes like that can take three to like 14 days to shoot.
Mm-hmm.
Doing it in a day and a half is insane.
Yeah.
In it too, during this scene, we start playing a lot more with aspect ratios because as soon as the fight starts, it letterboxes it so it's more cinematic.
Yeah, it becomes way narrower. It goes from like 185 to like a wide 2 point something.
And this happens throughout the movie. It even did technically happen with Evelyn's flashback of her life, which those flashbacks are usually in 4:3, like it's on an older camera.
Yep.
And the movie constantly plays with aspect ratios. Usually when we get back to reality and something a lot more solid, it's full screen.
Yep.
Which I love a detail at the end when it's wrapping up. We do cut back to reality, and there's still very thin letterboxing at the top and bottom.
Yes, it's really clever, and it's so seamless that you don't even notice it like the first time.
I didn't notice like the first 2 times, but on these rewatches, I was like, "Oh shit, that's clever."
Yeah.
And the fight scene is great because people are like hit with the fanny pack and they just go fucking flying. They go through cubicles. There's one moment where he hooks it perfectly to like under someone's nose and then slams them to the ground so they flip basically.
Yeah. Oh, it's so damn cool.
It quickly sets up like, okay, here is where we are physics wise with this movie.
Yeah, physics be damned.
I also really love the security guard because Wayman isn't totally kicking their ass at first, but then he fills the fanny pack with rocks to give it more weight. And the first guy he hits goes flying, and one of the guards goes, "Brad, no!"
No, fuck!
"Brad, no!" Fuck, and then he gets hit.
Yeah.
But yeah, now it's going to be really hard to leave the IRS building after beating up like 6 guards and assaulting a federal worker, technically. So Wayman and Evelyn go hide. They leave the father behind, but he just goes to the lunchroom and starts eating pudding cups.
Just vibing.
He'll be fine. We do cut back to the closet universe Evelyn, who is still lying on the ground, not fully dead. Jobu is the name of the villain, and we don't know who it is yet.
Yeah.
But Jobu shows up in her many, many outfits. Like, every cut of the camera, she's in a new outfit. There's also a great shot of her, like, scraping her nails on the wall, and they change color rapidly.
Yeah. Oh, it's so damn cool. Yeah, Jobu Tapaki.
Yeah, Djibouti.
Djibouti.
Or Chewbacca.
Chewbacca. Yeah, they like, she can't get the name down until way later in the movie.
But Jobu goes up to the dying Evelyn and tries to touch her. We see her flash through multiple realities, but then just dies. Most likely her brain exploding.
Yeah.
So that wasn't the one. But then Jobu overhears on the radio and literally holds her hand up and then turns it like a knob as she switches universes to get to the right one.
Yeah. Then the way she switches universe is cool with her hand. Just click, 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 click.
And it's so... The thing that really annoys me right now with movies is people saying they're tired of multiverse. You're tired of multiverse being bad.
Yeah. It can be done well, people.
Like, look, I know it's the easy target, but also it's the one that's doing it the worst. The MCU.
Mm-hmm.
The problem with the MCU's version of the multiverse is, so far, besides literally Spider-Man movies, both Spider-Verse and No Way Home, it's just a glorified cameo canon.
Mm-hmm.
But here, and like in Spider-Verse, it's a lot of fun, and it doesn't always go super far. Like, sure, it is fun to see an absolutely wild, different universe, But the quick ones that Jobu shows, one of them is like her driving a bus about to crash, another is her on the beach, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And here we also figure out that Jobu is Joy.
Yep. Turns out to be her daughter. Shit.
And sort of like Alpha Wayman takes over this universe's Joy and starts heading to the IRS building.
Yep.
Because Joy and Becky were out drinking at the bar.
Yeah, and she's like, I'll be back. I'm gonna leave. Or I don't think she says anything. She just walks out and she's like, what? Where are you going?
Yeah, she doesn't tell Becky anything. She just leaves. Evelyn and Alpha Wayman go to hide in an office. And Wayman explains the multiverse. You know, if for anyone who doesn't know, every choice you've made in life, there's always a split. So that way, if you chose to eat cereal one morning instead of waffles, those universes diverge. They may be big changes, like you have a completely different job, you live in a completely different place, or it's basically the same.
Yep. Butterfly effect and shit.
Yeah. Also, he explains how he learned to fight so good. The earpieces they have, if you do something weird that you wouldn't normally do, it allows you to slingshot your brain to an alternate universe and gain the abilities of that person. So when he ate the chapstick, he launched to someone who knows kung fu.
Yep. So you just have to do something weird and out there that you wouldn't normally do in that situation, and that'll open up the universe to be able to take over that, basically.
Yeah, that's also why Evelyn had to switch shoes earlier.
Yeah.
So that way she could hook up to the closet universe.
Because those random actions create enough of a divergence that they're able to just slide in there.
Evelyn, did you enjoy the closet ending?
Right.
And love the closet ending. It's my favorite ending in Stanley Parable.
Right.
I think they expand upon it in the most recent release.
I think they did too, yeah.
But that is the explanation. And also what Jobu is doing, whatever she's doing, it is causing all universes to be affected. It's why things don't feel right in other universes. It's causing other planes of existence to disappear. So this isn't like Evelyn even suggests, like, can't we just let a couple universes die? You said there's infinite of them. Which also, again, making her out to be a real shit character.
Uh-huh.
It's like, sure, other universes die, but just leave me alone. Alpha Wayman's like, no, it will destroy the multiverse, whatever she's doing, and we need to stop it.
Mm-hmm.
Alpha Wayman also believes that this Evelyn is the chosen one. While they pretend to be panicking citizens to get past some of the security guards who don't know what they look like. But they're on the stairs, they see more police and have to go to a different floor and run into Curtis again. However, she's been taken control by the Alpha Curtis that attacked them earlier. Alpha Wayman tries to get a new fighting style so that way he can take her on, and has to get paper cuts between 5 of his fingers. Which just, ow.
Yeah, it's pretty painful.
It's painful to watch. He's about to finally get the last one, but Curtis catches up to them, hits him out of a doorway, and then blocks it off. So even if he did jump, he can't help. He did leave his earpieces behind, though.
Mm-hmm.
However, Alpha Wayman completely gives up on Evelyn. He's just like, well, it doesn't seem you're the right one. I'll have to find a different one. Good luck.
And then just leaves.
Yeah. Evelyn tries to get the earpiece. Well, sorry, I went slightly ahead. Evelyn does try to get the earpieces to jump, but what she needs to do is confess her love to Curtis, and then that will allow her to jump to a universe where she knows kung fu or something to help fight. However, she doesn't say it sincerely enough, or says it the wrong way. Whatever the universe wants to decide there. And she only jumps to a universe where they left the audit. Like, they're back in... Instead of punching Jamie Lee Curtis in the face, they just went to the car and they were talking about divorce papers.
Mm-hmm.
Then Alpha Wayman quits. And we keep getting a back and forth between this after universe and current Wayman, who does help Evelyn get to the stairway by pushing the filing cabinets out of the way, which is really depressing hearing Wayman talk in the car, because he does want it to work out. He doesn't want to have to sign these papers, but Evelyn has been so distant and seems to want it.
Yep. Seems like she just doesn't care.
She even says, like, I never said any of this, but all he says is, I can tell though.
Yeah, I didn't say any of this. You didn't have to. Like,
you're just kind of showing it. It's really fucking heartbreaking.
It really is. And there are just a couple of just real conversations like that in this movie that are just ugh.
Yeah. But on the stairway, Jamie Lee Curtis is about to fucking knee drop Evelyn.
She literally jumps off the stairs and is like flying towards her as this happens.
It looks great. Oh, I forgot when Curtis's character connected to another universe where she could fight better. She like stands up, her like gut gets sucked in, and she stands up a bit taller.
Yeah, it's a good detail. And fun fact, Jamie Lee Curtis did actually use her real stomach for that as opposed to a prosthetic one.
Oh, good for her.
Yeah.
But right before Curtis is about to knee Evelyn in the face, Evelyn's on her knees and confesses her love, and that allows her to jump. We see another timeline. This time when Wayman tried to offer Evelyn to run away with him, she said no. She turned him away and he left. This caused her to stay in China a bit longer. She went down an alleyway, got mugged, but was luckily saved by a kung fu woman and was trained in kung fu, becoming a champion, even becoming a big actress. She's literally at a premiere for whatever her next big movie is. And funnily enough, they use actual red carpet footage of her. So I guess this is technically our timeline.
Right? It's great that they insert like actual like news footage of Michelle Yeoh. Love that.
Yeah. But this also is telling Evelyn this is how great her life would have been if she didn't stay with Wayman.
And then even more to add, like, to her the shittiness of her character. She's like, no, I have to tell him where to go. I have to tell him how great my life would have been without him. I'm like, Jesus.
Yeah, because she beats Curtis, and then Alpha comes back. And she's trying to say that. Like, no, hold on, let me talk. Well, even before Alpha comes in, she says, like, I saw my life without you. It was so great. And I really... This is something that has become online discourse and bugs the hell out of me, and I really love that it's here. People seem to get really mad when main characters have flaws.
Really?
Yeah, because it's like, well, if you show that in the story, then you're promoting it. It's like, no. Here especially, you're supposed to think Evelyn's being an asshole.
Yeah, exactly. That's the point, is to show how terrible of a person he is. We're not just going to have, perfect, awesome moral man every time. That's boring,
Yeah, if you want perfect, awesome moral man, go watch James Gunn's new Superman. It's pretty good.
Yes.
But yes, Alpha Wayman comes back. They're running off. They find our place to hide. We also get a weird zoom in of like a very seasoned bagel. I'm sure it's nothing. But while they're taking cover, Evelyn asks, what if I want to stay in the other universe? The answer is no.
Yeah, you can't. Sorry.
You can't. Your mind will fracture. It can kill you. It will cause chaos in both universes. Do not do that. We also find out what happened to Evelyn and Joy in Alpha's universe. In that universe, Evelyn was a master scientist and actually discovered this universal jumping, and forced her daughter to be basically a guinea pig, to the point where her daughter's brain broke. Like, it sawed the entire universe.
Like, all of the universes. Like, and yeah, like, she basically just pushed her daughter way too far with the whole thing.
I will say, Alpha Wayman says this now, but later, when we finally do get to Jobu and Joy's body, Evelyn is surprised that it's Joy, even though I'm pretty sure he's saying right here that it's Joy.
Yeah.
But yeah, turns out in multiple universes, Evelyn's a bad mom.
Yeah.
It's also, as your first time through, this sets up as like, oh, okay, so Jobu was out for revenge. She's doing a Jet Li's The One or something, and just killing every universe version of Evelyn, it seems.
Mm-hmm.
Which is very funny with this movie, because it's like, okay, so, oh, here we are, we're like 40 minutes in, I'm starting to understand where this plot is going. You would think that.
You would, but then the movie's like, hey.
But hey, also, Waymond is leading Evelyn along, and even though she was told to try and stay in this universe, her mind wanders as she sees the film premiere, and even runs into that version of Waymond, who came to her premiere because it was in town and he wanted to see if she remembered him. As they're talking, her kung fu instructor comes over and grabs her hand, and when she looks down, she's in handcuffs. Cut back to reality, or at least the main movie reality, she is being handcuffed. They were caught by the cops. Everything seems to be... This seems to be bad. Even Alpha Waymond gets tased, so he passes out and can no longer fight. But just before the cops are about to take away, cops are on the radio and like, hey, we don't need backup, we're coming on down. Hello? And Jobu is here, enjoys by coming up a freight elevator with a pig.
Yeah.
Which I read some people online theorized that is the cop they were trying to talk about for backup.
Mm-hmm, like she turned him into a pig or something.
Yeah, because the one cop went on the radio, says like, I'm sorry to waste your time trying to get all the way up here.
Yep.
So Jobu turned it into a pig. Good bit. And then we see... And Jobu resists arrest, let's say.
Mm-hmm.
The cops try to arrest her, but she can break out the handcuffs. She literally opens her hair behind her, and her face is there now, so she can attack them. She makes one explode into confetti, grabs one and puts them in like a salsa sort of dancing dress, and has him get shot by his buddy. One of them comes at her with one of them shoots her. It's a ketchup bottle. It turns out it's actually a ketchup bottle. He comes at her with a nightstick. She grabs it, turns it into a massive dildo, and then beats him to death with it.
Yep.
Again, another fantastic fight scene, and now it's introduced... We already had the over-the-top fun of it, and now we're introducing the rule of reality is very flexible.
Yeah. And what she's basically doing is she's taking objects from like other universes and like swapping it with them because that's what they were or something. It's weird and awesome.
And this entire time, her outfit changes like every attack or every cut. It's so cool. It probably took way too much time.
Oh, yeah.
But then Jobu gets to Evelyn, and Evelyn says she can fight back. She thinks really hard and pisses herself.
Yep.
Good job, Evelyn.
Yep. Even she's like, congrats.
And she tries...
Even Jobu's like, congrats, you just pissed yourself.
Jobu, by the way, such a good fucking villain.
Oh, fuck yeah. We'll get more onto her performance later, but yeah, oh my god, so good.
Yeah, when she's allowed to open up more, God, I love her as a villain.
So great.
And here we cut. Evelyn tries to jump again, but since her brain isn't really lined up, she wasn't doing anything too weird. It kind of slingshots into a random far-off universe, which also I like about the ruling here of all the universes that are easy to jump to. They're right there. It's one very specific point where stuff changes, like deciding to go with Waymond or not, or one we'll see later. It's because she tripped over and basically gouged her eyes out with a stick.
Yeah.
But still, it's not super far off from her timeline. However, we go to an alternate universe now where She is not only married to Jamie Lee Curtis's character running the laundromat, everyone in this world has hot dog sized fingers.
Yeah, they're literally like hot dog fingers, and everyone uses their feet to do everything.
Yeah, like we even see the dance that was on the romantic dance movie that was on earlier in the laundromat, but this time they have the big fingers and they're like sticking their hot dog fingers in each other's mouths as it shoots out ketchup and mustard.
Yeah, and everyone's like, ah, what is this? What are my hands?
When because we do keep cutting back to the Alphaverse where Alpha Wayman and two scientists are like in a van driving around to stay off Jobu, to keep Jobu off their tail.
Mm-hmm.
And they find the point that this universe split, and it's the opening of 2001: A Space Odyssey, but the gorilla with big sausage fingers is the one that wins a fist fight.
It's pretty hilarious.
It's the point of convergence. And they capture the style perfectly.
Yeah.
And instead of the normal music playing, it's like a shit flute version of it.
It's hilarious.
It's such a good gag for something that's so quick.
Yeah, like for how long it takes in the movie, like the effort towards it is so good.
Well, Evelyn's fingers now are basically doing nothing because the only ability she has now gained is floppy hands,
Yeah.
even though technically this universe should have given her like really good maneuverability with her legs. But yeah, it's comedy.
Yeah.
Comedy and plot. And Jobu crosses hands with Evelyn and shows off the everything bagel. This is what is destroying the universe. Jobu took literally everything and put it on a bagel, from hopes and dreams to report cards to every type of dog to every Craigslist post.
Yep. Literally
Everything is on there.
Literally everything.
She does also go into the actual seasoning of an everything bagel, which is funny.
Yeah.
And she says after doing this, she realized everything is pointless. No matter what happens, no matter how many things you try to put together to change outcomes, it will always end in basically nothing.
Yeah, she was like, oh, the universe will eventually
She's
work
very
itself out.
nihilistic.
Yeah, she is a nihilist in this universe.
And this is clearly starting to fry Evelyn's mind as she looks into the bagel. But luckily, Jobu is launched across the fucking hallway because Alpha Dad is here.
Yep. They call him Gong Gong.
I'm just gonna call him Dad.
Sounds good.
Because spoilers, he's a prick in every universe.
Yep.
But they wake up. Wayman. I'm almost said Raymond. It sounds like that if you don't have the subtitles on.
Yeah.
But they head to a private office, lock and barricade the door, and we find out why this Evelyn is so special. She is legit the worst one.
Yep, because of the fact that she has done absolutely nothing with her life, basically. That's why she can tap into everything and not have her mind go completely crazy.
Yeah, since she is literally the outcome of if she made every bad basically every bad decision that didn't lead to death in her life leads to here.
Which, ouch.
I love her facial reaction when she's told this,
Yeah.
because it's sort of like oh, I'm special. Oh, I'm the worst one.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
All of a sudden they hear Joy pounding at the door and they think it's a trick by Jobu, but then they realize, no, the devices say she isn't here.
Then where is she?
Where is she? Turns out she's right in front of the van that Alpha Wayman is actually in. So he leaves for now, and as soon as normal Wayman comes back, he hears Joy and is like, oh, Joy, hold on, let me get you in. Which Evelyn ties her up to a chair, and they somewhat get explained what's going on, even though they don't believe it.
Yeah. They even misunderstand, like, the panda thingy, like the raccoon thing. He's like, oh, Raccoonie, like in that one movie? And
yeah, Raccoonie.
And from that point on, he says, oh, am I Raccoon Waymond or something?
Yeah, because for some reason Evelyn keeps talking about Raccoonie, which is ratatouille, but it's a raccoon and what is that? Hibachi.
Yeah.
A raccoon on top of a hibachi chef. I'm sure I'm only giving so much detail on that because it doesn't come up ever again. This scene also confuses me on why I like this movie.
Huh.
Because this is a moment I often hate now in modern movies of a character explaining what's going on and then the other characters being like, that's so ridiculous, that's stupid.
But I mean, here it makes sense though, I think, because the concept is so crazy and out there.
Yeah, I think it does work here because one, that joke doesn't stay around long. Like they're soon gonna figure out, oh, okay, this is all actually true.
Yeah.
But also the tone up to this point, everything has been so absurdist but still sincere. It allows for this moment to still breathe and not basically suck you out of your suspension of disbelief.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like in other movies where it's like, oh, it's just a quick comedy bit and that's it. This actually has like a purpose to it.
Yeah, like we're sticking to this. We're not just saying it once and bringing it up every 30 minutes. No, this is what we are doing, and we are doing it fully sincere.
Yes.
While Joy is tied up, Waymond starts to untie her, and Alpha Dad is like, hey, come over here, Evelyn.
Kill your daughter.
Huh? Just kill her now, and then Jobu can't come back here. Easy peasy. Well, surprise, Evelyn may be a bad mom. She's not so bad she will just kill her daughter.
Yeah. Because she walks up to her slowly with a knife, and the door's like, Mom, what are you doing? And then she just cuts the tape that he had tied her with.
Which, after doing this, the Alpha Dad pulls a gun, but luckily Evelyn does enough jumps to kind of distract him, and then finds out there's a secret sex closet in this office.
Yep. Because in another universe, she was a secretary for the weird secret, like kinky sex office or dungeon or whatever it is.
I think she was a maid, but yeah.
Yeah.
Which then she's able to knock the gun out of his Alpha Dad's hand, opens up the back room, and the family runs in there for now to try and think of a plan. Alpha Dad calls in reinforcements, though. Just anyone to kill this version of Joy so Jobu can at least not destroy one of the universes.
Yeah, they're like, anyone who is within range of this universe, call them.
So we get a bunch of background characters who we have been seeing throughout the movie, which is very funny to me.
Mm-hmm.
And they're told to get ready to fight. So they all do something random, like scanning their ass with a photocopier, fingering a light bulb socket.
Yep.
One woman starts singing opera. And during this, we get the blind Evelyn singer backstory, the one where she trips on a stick and gouges her own eyes out, but became a beautiful opera singer.
Yep.
And now what comes up is a lot of fighting and a lot of universe jumping.
Yes.
Which, all of these fight scenes, fan-fucking-tastic. A fantastic mix of actual action, cool martial arts, and comedy.
Hell yeah.
Like, the blind singer, she keeps her eyes closed the entire time, dodging everyone, and then she jumps again to a universe where she spins an advertisement sign on street corners.
Yep. So she's able to take one of the was it shield they just call it?
Riot shields.
Riot shield, yeah. She's able to take one of the riot shields and just beat the shit out of everyone with it.
And again, since both Evelyn and Waymond's actors know how to fight, we actually get scenes where the shots can be wide and we see the stuff happen.
Hell yeah. Yeah, because Michelle Yeoh was a famous kung fu actor even well before this movie.
Yeah, I still need to see more of her work.
Same, yeah. I mean, I've seen her also in Tomorrow Never Dies, I know, which is a weird one, but I still need to watch The
Crouching Tiger.
Yeah, the Wuxia film, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
I'm surprised you know her from a Bond movie. You're not a big Bond guy.
Shut up.
I mean, if we were such big Bond fans, we'd cover more than just 2 movies.
Oh, I know. Isn't that right? Wheel.
Fucking Wheel. Ocean's 13 after the end of movie month. That's either released today or I'm releasing it later. Haven't decided yet. But, yeah, she fights off everyone in the office. They keep running. She runs into, quote-unquote, Big Nose, who was the customer way from the beginning of the movie that she needed to get the laundry for from upstairs. And this woman's using her her Pomeranian as a weapon.
Yeah, this little toy dog. It's hilarious.
Just whipping it around. And I love how the movie doesn't even try to make it look real. Like, whenever it's in the fight, it's clearly a stuffed dog on the leash.
It's pretty great.
It allows it to keep things light as the dog is technically injured.
Mm-hmm. We're going by cartoon
Which also we
logic
see
here, basically.
Yeah, which Evelyn also jumps one more time, and this time to a hibachi grill chef, which allows her to take care of the dog. And also for the woman, Evelyn is spinning what looks like a metal paperweight, but it's like an egg on her little spatula. Yep. And the woman just goes, "You bitch." Throws it at her and knocks her unconscious. Also, with this, we hear Joy and Wayman in the background start to understand what's going on, that Evelyn needs to do something weird, and then she's able to fight good.
Yep.
Evelyn is also clearly getting tired, and her brain keeps focusing on the other realities that she's jumped to. But we still got one more guy to fight at least, who comes at her with 2 pipes. The 2 are fighting, but both hit each other in the head with a pipe, which kind of causes them to hard reset from the universes they learned from. and that we need a new way to jump. Man, those trophies look interesting, huh? I will say, here is where I was like, I love this movie.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Just the fact we are... The rest of this fight scene is fighting over who gets to shove this butt plug shaped trophy up their ass.
Literally, he tries to sit down, she pulls it away from him, it's going around, and it's hilarious.
I love Joy's commentary too. I'm just like, oh my god, they're trying to shove it up their ass. Yeah. But while they're fighting, the plug gets thrown on the ground, and then the bigger security guard from earlier jumps over the cubicle and fucking ass slams onto it. He's naked, but they censored it, which is extra funny.
Yeah, and what makes it even funnier is it's in slow motion as he jumps on top of it.
Evelyn then listens to Joy and blows on the other guy's nose, which allows her... We don't see the universe she jumps to, but she's able to do kung fu again.
Yep.
Which this guy... The first guy who was trying to put the butt plug in, the one she just blew the nose on, was in the fight earlier in the office, and Evelyn took him out by sweeping his leg and forcing him to do the splits.
Uh-huh.
Which is funny in a second, because we see he does find something to shove up his ass, but he's still wearing pants because his pants ripped during that first fight, so he's able to.
Yeah, he was just able to shove a trophy up his ass.
The fight goes on, but Evelyn dodges enough and pulls out the plugs, which causes both people to just lose their powers and crash, which technically doesn't go with the rest of the movie's logic, but we'll just move on from that.
Yeah.
It was funny.
Yep. Rule of comedy.
Comedy. Alpha says, "Great job. Also, I'm about to die." Oh, wait, sorry. I skipped past... we do get one more big fight where Evelyn goes to an alternate universe where she didn't get with Wayman, but instead of training all of Kung Fu, she specifically trained her pinkies.
Yes.
So it's literally strong enough to... because after she won the butt plug fight, the alpha dad pins her to a wall, is like, I'm just gonna kill us both, and then we're out. Then at least we're out of this problem. And he pulls a pin on a grenade. Evelyn snorts a fly, hits the button, and then gets super pinkies.
And you even see like the little like muscle underneath the pinky as she's like flexing it. It's great.
I love that shot so much.
Yeah.
Like after all these fights, especially, it's just like this movie is so fucking fantastic, and we still have like an hour of runtime.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully not an hour of runtime of this episode. I'm sorry, it's so long.
We're already at almost an hour 20.
On my record, we're at an hour 22.
Oh yeah, I'm out hour 22, 16, 17. So not too far behind.
Yeah. You're only like a second faster than me.
Well, I'll make syncing up nice.
You would think, but Discord likes to separate where my talking is. I swear I don't go as silent as much as when I'm editing the audio. I say as I go silent.
You're good.
But yes, she takes out the rest of reinforcements with her pinky. And Alpha Wayman comes back and is like, yo, you did an awesome job. Also, I'm dying. Yeah, Jobu took out the van and killed Alpha Wayman before he can get one kiss from Evelyn.
But it is kind of sweet because, he said that, like, in his universe, she died. So he's like, oh, I'm glad that the universe was able to give us this last moment to care before I die.
And then he dies.
Yep. Jobu kills him.
And Jobu is back, and everyone's like, fine, I'll take you out. I'm Ray. I'm good. Yeah, it turns out splitting your brain across, I don't even know how many universes at this point, probably like 8.
Yep.
Yeah, your human mind isn't ready to take that, even if you are the worst of the best of the worst.
Yeah. And she, like they even say, like, she would have already had her mind fractured. Most people would have already been gone, but she's not somehow.
She's not, because main character.
Yep.
But as Evelyn tries to jump again, her mind fractures and she drops over dead. The end.
Credits
of the movie in the premiere.
Yeah, like the credits literally start rolling, and it zooms out, and they're watching the fucking movie.
Which she was saying next to Wayman at the premiere, and even he says, that was kind of a depressing ending, huh?
Yeah.
I did forget to mention during this fight after the dog lady, every time she's hit, she is also sometimes in another universe.
Mm-hmm.
Like she got punched in the face, and then her at the premiere, she like jerks over and almost hits another guy who we do see later in the movie, which is funny to me.
Yeah, that's great.
I love how tied in the world is.
Yeah.
But yeah, her mind is really fucking broken right now. She runs out of the premiere, but that also causes her to jump to the sign flipper who runs into the street and is most likely hit by a car and killed.
Mm. So no more of that universe, I guess.
Yeah, it probably wasn't that great if you're a pizza sign flipper in like your 50s.
Yeah.
I actually don't know how old the actress is.
I think she's in her 60s now.
But as we cut to the other universes, we kind of just see Evelyn being terrible in all timelines.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Wayman does follow her out of the premiere into the Wong Kar-wai alley.
It's literally what this is. It was a direct reference to Wong Kar-wai.
Like, they even do the choppy speed go by sort of thing, and the lighting is very close. From what I know, In the Mood for Love, we'll cover that movie eventually. It's on director wheel.
Yep.
Also very much Fallen Angels is more of what I remembered it looking like. But she's like leading Wayman on there. In the Hot Dog universe, she's pushing Jamie Lee Curtis away, even though they've been happily married for who knows how long.
Yeah, Jamie Lee Curtis's character even says, she's like, why do you keep doing this? Some days you're like good, and then you're just distant. And,
Eventually, she gets back home to the timeline where they just left the audit. and we get the title card everywhere. The New Year party is about the the Chinese New Year's party is about to start. Evelyn still has to take all the forms back to Curtis, which she says she'll get to. However, Evelyn is still jumping between universes, not able to really focus, and runs into Joy, who is just Jobu now. And Evelyn has become more like Jobu, where her mind is fractured. She is seeing every universe at once. Well, not totally yet, but it's getting there. And something I like here is she's trying to like get Jobu just to go away and keep saying, I just want my joy, which yes is the name of her daughter, but you can very much read that easily as this. She has been selfish throughout the entire movie. She has only cared about her joy, literally.
Yep.
But they go upstairs. They do fight a bit. And it's a very fun fight scene coming between multiple universes. One's hand drawn, one of them is... Or we see them upstairs first, and like hard flashes between multiple ways of them fighting, like strangling each other, throwing each other, or hitting each other with different things around the room. We jump to other universes where it's them as stick figures painting, it's them as piñatas, it's them in a prison with Joy as the guard and Evelyn as the prisoner.
Yep.
All a bunch of great fucking editing and match cuts.
Oh, yes. It's so good.
It's so beautiful the entire time. And this is what most of the fight scenes are going to be now. And it's incredible to watch.
Oh, yeah.
But eventually, after the rapid cutting stops, Evelyn does punch Jobu in the face, and she falls to the couch like, "Oh, shut up!" Oh. And now we get an actual explanation. Well, somewhat of an explanation about the bagel.
Yep.
As Jobu takes Evelyn there. She wanted more people to look. She wasn't coming to find an Evelyn to kill her. This wasn't revenge. She literally just wanted someone who could also handle all of this information and see it with her. Basically put someone in the same shoes as her just so she has someone to talk to about it.
Yeah.
Which Evelyn takes a longer look into the bagel, realizing the pointlessness. Turning very much into a nihilist. And we're going to jump around universes a bit again. So just stick with me here. In the premiere universe, she's still in the alley talking to that version of Wayman and is explaining, like, we could have been a thing, but it would have been awful. We would be stuck there doing laundry and taxes, not living it up like we are right now. Because we don't find out what he does, but in that universe, Wayman is also very well off.
Mm-hmm.
In the hot dog universe, Jamie Lee Curtis's character is moving out of the apartment. Evelyn has fully pushed her away in that universe. And at the New Year's party, she's downstairs. She gets a call from Curtis and just kind of hangs up because she didn't go and deliver the papers for the audit. In the Raccoony universe, she reveals Raccoony and he's going to get taken away by animal control. And this entire time, Jobu is narrating over what is happening, or how she came to this conclusion.
Yep.
That no matter what you're doing, it will always end in some way. Like, there can be brief moments of happiness, but what is really the point when you can see everything and know it leads to nothing?
Mm-hmm.
Which I do like in this movie about the villain. Because even though it is incredibly nihilist, obviously.
Yeah.
But with what we saw in the beginning, and what we know about the joys of other universes, it makes sense for her to come to this conclusion in a way.
Yeah, like you can see that because because of Evelyn's actions in that universe of that version of her, you can see her like motivations and how she was pushed to that belief basically by her.
Oh, I completely forgot to mention something earlier.
What's that?
Back when Jobu first showed herself to Evelyn, since Eamon said like the reason everything is wrong in a universe is because of Jobu's antics. Evelyn literally says like, "You're the reason my daughter is gay," and Jobu even stops and is like, "Really? Out of everything that's going on, you're still mad I like girls in this universe?"
Seriously.
Like, that is what Joy has gotten in every universe. Hell, Jobu was literally tortured until becoming like this.
Exactly. Yeah, that's you like yeah, her mom in every universe was kind of pushing everyone away and like that.
And the other universes we see of Joy, again, the one I mainly remember when she's flipping through, is a bus driver about to die in a car crash.
Yeah.
And even in our main universe, sure, she has a girlfriend, but she's in like a beat up car. She's mainly hanging around at bars and doesn't seem to be going much of anywhere, just like her mom.
Yep.
As this is happening, at the New Year's party, Evelyn gets absolutely shit-faced.
Yeah.
And she starts talking about how everything goes in circles. It's just a bunch of stupid taxes. Curtis shows up with the cops to both yell at Evelyn and start taking back the building. Which Evelyn fully snaps, as Wayman tries to stop her, signs the divorce papers, and then grabs a baseball bat and starts smashing up windows and like the dryers, and just it's just like, I hate this place. Fuck everything. It's actually just super fucking downer.
It really is at that point, yeah.
It's also like so fun. Wayman is such a great character in this, even though he doesn't say much. All of his facial reactions and just the way he announces even the smallest lines is so impactful.
It really is. He does such a good job with that. And that's why whenever he does open his mouth, I think it is so impactful because he doesn't say that much. He expresses it, through his actions.
Yeah. Like, you can see how hurt he is when she actually signs the divorce papers.
Yeah, like he didn't want it, but she was pushing him to there. Like the fact that she pushed a guy as wholesome as that to that point just goes to show you how shitty she's been to him.
Yeah, and as Jobu, we also see. Hold on, in the original universe where they were stuck in the IRS building, she wakes back up, no longer dead, and actually stabs Wayman in the heart. Well, at least near his chest. And that's when also match cuts to her signing the divorce papers, which then we get more of Jobu monologuing, and we get everywhere. We're cutting between all the universes as things go bad to kind of more emphasize her point until finally we reach Rocks. This scene, by this point, no matter how many times I see this movie, I am teary-eyed.
Same.
Oh my god, that's why I always call this movie the movie that makes me cry at Rocks.
Yeah, 100%. Like, while we were watching it, I was getting kind of teary-eyed watching it.
I'm not teary-eyed right now. I'm a big, strong man. But Jobu admits something a bit more about the bagel. Or at least why she hunted down Evelyn. Like, even though they are rocks and they don't have... Because this is a world where life never came to Earth.
Yeah, she says most of them are like this, actually.
Which also, I guess that's technically putting in a theory that the religion here is one where souls are, like, an existent thing no matter what.
Yeah.
I forget what that is. I think it's a Latin American religion where there is where all souls technically exist, and they're like basically think of a big fishbowl of souls, and then when you die you kind of go back in the fishbowl and will eventually be put back out to be reincarnated.
Oh, it's one of those other reincarnation ones. That's interesting. Huh.
Yeah. Which is kind of pointing towards that. I don't know. Someone who knows more about religion, look into this movie and try to figure out which afterlife they're going with.
Because I know reincarnation in like more the Eastern sense, but not like, or sorry, Western sense, but yeah, it's not.
Yeah, it's not a finite amount of souls.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, in this universe, instead of talking, there's text boxes, but they're also lit different and or they're colored different, and they are still phonetically in the character's tone.
Yeah, they're talking in the same Candace of the character, which is just brilliant writing. Like, as the text is going by, you can literally hear their voices in your head.
It's a fantastic scene. But Jobu explains more that, more of her worldview of the more that we learn, the less important we are in the grand scheme of the universe. Originally, we thought Earth was the center of the universe. We would kill people who said otherwise, but then we found out the sun is the center of our universe. But even that's not true, because there's trillions of suns.
Yep, there's trillions of suns, and then there's all these galaxies, which are just clear like all this, and it's just, whoa.
And going even further now, we find out there's multiple universes, and all of them make you feel like such an insignificant thing. She also says that the real reason she found Evelyn and wanted to show her the bagel was hopes that she would see something different.
Yeah. She was like, I showed you this hoping that you'd see something different than I would, but nope, you came to the exact same conclusion.
So, and that she really wanted the bagel just to end things. Like, maybe this could finally finish me. I won't be stuck in every universe all at once. I will finally cease.
Yeah, basically.
Which also, good God, this rock scene is nice because after everything that was going on, it gives the audience a nice breather.
Yeah, even the rocks say, wow, it's kind of nice just sitting here with nothing happening, because it was so kinetic and so hyper that just this is a good little break.
I also love the fucking joke of Evelyn being like, hey, watch your language. Really? No, that was a joke. A big fucking joke. And then it's just ha 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 ha. But we're back in the bagel room about to enter it, and however, Evelyn's mind keeps getting dragged elsewhere. And she goes back to the New Year's party. And Wayman somehow convinces Curtis to not only give them another chance, but also not press charges.
Yeah.
And even after letting Evelyn go, Wayman's just like, yeah, I fixed it, and starts cleaning. Even though she signed the divorce papers, even though she said she hated this place and smashed it up, he's still just being kind.
Yep.
Oh my God, this movie's so fucking good all the time.
Right. All at once.
And then we get sort of a montage of Wayman and learn his way of thinking. We mainly cut to the premiere universe where he is explaining this to Evelyn. It's like, your dad said I wasn't good enough because I was too kind. And he says that might be true, but it's his way of fighting. His defense mechanism is to try to make the best out of the situation no matter how bad it gets.
Yeah.
We even have a moment where Evelyn goes and talks to Curtis in the New Year timeline, and all that Wayman did was literally just talk about the situation they're in to gain sympathy.
Yeah. And he gained sympathy because it turns out Jamie Lee Curtis also had a divorce.
There is also a lovely scene where, if anyone hadn't seen this movie, I want to show it, because as Evelyn's taking in this information about how to fight through nihilism with kindness, basically.
Yeah.
It just cuts to Jobu. He's like, Evelyn, bagel.
I think it's the way she says it so sassy too, which makes it so funny. Just Evelyn, bagel.
Bagel.
Hey, Evelyn! Bagel!
But yeah, Evelyn starts to... Which also, this is where we get the famous line, I would still doing taxes and laundry with you. Such a good line.
It really is so impactful, and the way he delivers it is so perfect.
It's also, I think the thing that hits most is the Premier Universe Wayman is so serious, and it allows his words to... Because everything he says is in a much higher pitch when he's normal Wayman. It makes it sound sillier, but here he allows his voice to be more natural, and it allows his words to hit a lot harder.
Yes.
God, this episode's gonna be as long as the fucking movie.
Yep.
But this kind of starts to win Evelyn over, which Jobu is kind of mad about. Also, I think Evelyn allows Wayman to see the multiverse, because she touches him and he gets the rainbow effect on him as well.
Yeah.
But it's never clearly stated. But yeah, we are now specifically back in the main timeline where they got stuck at the IRS building. And Jobu is there and opens up the bagel. She's like, okay, you know what? Fine. You've chosen happiness, even though it's not going to fucking last. I'm gonna go kill myself.
And a few other people, because they get sucked into, like, the black hole of the bagel.
About how those people are dead forever. The movie kind of ignores it, too.
Yeah. Fun fact, one of the people that gets sucked into the bagel is one of the Daniels.
Hell yeah. Cameos.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I think hold on, let me double check my notes here. We already did have the everywhere where Evelyn flashes through, like, thousands of different universes, which, if you do pause at one point, is the editing bay of that scene with all the editors and directors at the bomb in a Zoom call.
Yeah.
But everything is in there. There's a demon Evelyn. There's one where she is the stereotypical alien with big black eyes and a green head.
Yep.
It's literally everywhere.
Yep.
Because her brain fully expands, basically. Also, her alpha dad is here in the IRS lobby, and he's like, stop Evelyn, let Jobu kill herself, okay? And Evelyn is going to have to fight in order to get to Jobu before she reaches the bagel. But, remembering Wayman's words, starts basically killing with kindness.
Yep. Using a more pacifist way to get around it.
Like, with Jamie Lee Curtis trying to stop her, she tells her about how even though, like, she had a divorce, she is still deserving of love, even cutting back to the hot dog universe and them getting back together.
Yeah.
Which that's when we start to see that they're good with their feet instead of their hands. And the detail I love is in the main universe, Curtis has a brace on her arm, and in the hot dog universe, the brace is on her foot, but it's still the same brace, basically.
Yeah.
She gets on, in the raccoon universe, she gets on the chef's head and it starts pulling on his hair so he can run down the street after the car. But as she gets to the top, the alpha dad activates something in his wheelchair. It becomes a mech, basically.
Yeah.
And that stops her. And then we see in other universes, like the raccoon one, the chef starts to lose steam. And just general things going wrong in multiple timelines. With Jobu basically saying, see, it doesn't matter. Sure, you get moments of hope, but then everything starts to fall apart again. And with that, Evelyn just kind of keeps fighting. We get a intercut between the New Year's party and the stairway fight here, where Evelyn finally confronts her dad, being like, I don't care if you're disappointed in me. I specifically tried to raise my child to not be like me.
Yeah.
The problem was she was stubborn, and I learned parenting by you.
Yep.
And it's a love, like mentioned earlier, it's one of those lovely conversations where it works in both the over the top saying with the mech suit, but also the setting of just the normal everyday New Year party.
Yep.
Evelyn even brings over Joy and Becky and tells her father that this is Becky, this is Joy's girlfriend.
Even repeats it, girlfriend.
Which then Joy tries to get away, like in the New Year's universe, goes into her car, or is trying to get to her car. In the Rock universe, Evelyn summons googly eyes, which Wayman had put all over the place before, and she has one like in her on her forehead now as a third eye.
Yep.
But in the Rock universe, it has big googly eyes and starts chasing the Jobu Rock.
Yeah. You can't do it.
She does get.
I just love the line of, you can't do that. It's against the rules. There are no rules.
There are no rules. They get in another fight. This one even flashier than the one in the apartment, of them literally of jumping at different universes. I forgot to mention the moment where Evelyn did stop her enough to pull her back down the stairs, and while she's rolling, literally changes costumes until it's all a big mesh of makeup and different ones. But she keeps fighting Joy defensively. Like, Joy will swing something at her, she'll grab it, it will turn into flowers, that sort of deal.
Yep.
And finally, Jobu just shouts, "Stop." Everything basically kind of freezes. And she just says she wants to be done. Like, great, you are figuring your shit out. You're going to get to be happy. I'm not. Anytime I'm fucking around you, it drives me nuts. And Evelyn takes a moment as well, and then starts saying, you know what? Yeah. You're getting fat. You don't call much. You only ever come to me when you need something. She starts kind of railing into Joy, but then points out, but even though there's all these other universes, I still want to be here. And even though you say this, that everything is pointless, that you want to just be alone, that you want it to stop, you still came after me in multiple universes to try and talk to me.
Yep. You could have just ended it right there, right now, but you chose not to.
And you know what? Yeah, everything is stupid. And maybe at some point we'll find something even bigger than this that will make us feel even smaller. But even then, I still would want to be here with you. Even though Jobu was about to go into the bagel, she pulls herself out. We cut to some time later. I don't know which timeline, because the IRS building still would have been surrounded by cops.
Mm-hmm.
They're getting ready to go to another audit. It seems they're Evelyn and Raymond, or not. Damn it! I made it so long.
You did. You were so close without saying Raymond. His name is not Raymond with an R. It's Waymond with a W.
I know.
I was just letting the audience know in case because it could be lost in translation. That's all.
True. But Wayman and Evelyn seem to be doing better together. Also, the father seems just fine with the lesbian thing.
Yeah, surprisingly.
Like, didn't even need any convincing, really. It was just sort of like, oh, okay. They go back to the IRS building, turning in the papers. Jamie Lee Curtis is starting to explain, like, what they did. She's like, okay, you did better, but there's still things wrong here. As we see Evelyn start to space out, and we can't hear Curtis's voice, she goes, Miss Wang, are you listening? Sorry, can you say that again? And then the movie ends.
Yep. And that was everything.
Fucking hell.
Everywhere all at once. Only took us about 2 hours in the raw footage, roughly.
Yeah, and yeah, I still have more things. Because I love the arc of Evelyn here. It wasn't it wasn't someone just like, oh, she's suddenly great now. She really needed to push through this journey.
Yeah.
Every moment had her base on the edge to pull back into the nihilism to just end it. And it was the faintest bit of hope that allowed her to push through.
Yes, exactly.
I do also love that this movie can be summarized with an old TikTok I've seen where it was like, it's some guy dancing and it says, how I used to be. Life is pointless. Period. How it's going. How it's going. Life is pointless. Happy face.
God damn it. Oh, man. But yeah, just how the movie is done and just the message behind it of, I think they were inspired to write it because they were like, yeah, passing off nihilism and like basically no hope to your next generation is one of the worst things you can do.
Yeah, honestly, I'm kind of sad that after this movie came out, we got a lot of nihilism in movies, and only recently with like the new Superman has hope come back as a subject.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like they saw this movie and missed the point.
I think also people who are very loud online about disliking this movie, I think it's kind of a litmus test of if you can suspend disbelief, basically.
Yeah, exactly, because you have to for this movie, and the movie makes it so easy to suspend your disbelief in the way it's presented. That I don't know, I kind of don't understand it. Like, if you don't like it, whatever, but it just seems like the people who are hating on it are hating on it for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah, if you're trying to tell me like, oh, this movie doesn't make sense, it's so badly put together, they set up everything. They explain everything multiple times.
Yeah, exactly.
It really isn't that hard to follow.
No. But
oh, in case I didn't say it, the way she helps save Rakutia, she picks up the chef and runs and then tosses him on there, which is fun.
It's great. So where should we start with this?
Sorry, just saying almost 2 hours in. Where do we start?
Let's give our little review here.
This movie, I'm like, again, after I saw it, I forgot which theater I was in. It's rare for me to give a movie a 10 out of 10 because usually I need something personal to connect to and it needs to be rewatchable.
Yes.
I knew right away this was rewatchable and it hit like a fucking bus.
Oh, it did. My God. Just the message behind it, the emotions are so real. And it's one of those few movies which just pretty much every aspect of it is perfectly done. And it's a movie that blows my mind too, because when they say everything everywhere all at once, it literally does like every genre at once. Sci-fi, action, comedy, kung fu, like, heavy nihilist themes, like just like all of the subgenres just classified into one awesome movie. And the way they're able to balance that out naturally and make it flow as well as it does is just a testament to how amazing they are at filmmakers.
Yeah, it's surprising how this movie is never jarring by accident.
Yeah, like it's purposely jarring and it just draws you in with that. It's so cool.
Yeah, like it'll try to throw you off, it'll try to mess with you, but not in a way that's like whiplash.
Yeah, exactly. Like every care was like so much care was put into it, like every single frame. Like you said, like the editing is so goddamn precise.
We hardly even mentioned all the editing jokes of when he was originally fighting Curtis trying to gain the kung fu, but also cutting back to herself in the van in the timeline where they left. Wayman says, it seems like something's always pulling you away, and you see Jamie Lee Curtis's hand appear in the window, and then all of a sudden we cut back to the office and her tossing Evelyn across the room.
Oh yeah, just so much care was taken into that, and I think you said like if it ever came, well, I don't even know if I should mention that, but if it ever came down to it, they'd be like the only people who could handle like Satoshi Kon's style of editing. Like,
Yeah. Well, I think we mentioned in Paprika, but the Paprika episode available on all podcast apps and YouTube. We haven't done that the whole episode. Go me. But this is one of the few movies that gets close to Satoshi Kon's style. The level of surrealist absurdity, but still having an anchored enough story for it not to get too lost in its own creativity.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just so well done. And it's just a movie that just kind of dropped, you know? I hadn't really heard much about it except it existed beforehand. And you were like, no, go watch it. First thing. That's the next movie you're watching. I'm like, okay. And goddamn, was it worth it.
Yeah, that was also, that's the thing I fucking hate about the people who were mad that this movie was popular. Because the discussion that's always going on is all people watch are remakes and superhero movies and sequels. And here's a movie that came out basically fully original. Sure, yeah, for some reason now, if you pay homage to anything and you're not Quentin Tarantino, you're a ripoff.
Right.
But here's this movie, original idea, playing with genre, playing with concepts before the superhero movies even really got into it. I know Spider-Verse was out, but that was about it.
Mm-hmm.
And these people tried to push it away. Luckily, word of mouth spread enough and stayed in the box office top 10 for like 2 months.
Oh, yeah. It became, I'm pretty sure, A24's highest grossing film ever.
Yeah, sure would be a shame if A24, like, I don't know, got an AI department and thought that was the future.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was this great movie and introduced people to other genres or allowing for absurdity. And these fucking negative Nancys try to poo-poo the movie.
Yeah, pretty much. And like, I think just a lot of them are just trying way too hard to be hipsters, you know? Like, oh, it's popular. Fuck it.
I don't even think it's hipster anymore. I think some people have like wired their brain to just think joy is cringe.
Yeah, well, it's not even wiring your brain. It's just, I mean, because it's just you're unwilling to look at other subjects. You're just being stubborn. Like,
yeah. Damn, if only there was a movie about how things could go wrong if you're way too negative all the time.
It's probably why they didn't like it. They felt called out.
Like people with the Barbie movie, and actually, never mind.
Too much spoily.
A light spoiler,
Yeah.
because I know you haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
But you'll know when the call out happens to angry film nerds.
Nice.
Oh man, if you haven't watched it by episode 300, we're doing Barbie.
Oh yeah, I'll watch it by then.
You better. Go watch it right now.
Shit. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. I mean, I love this movie, and I mean, if you don't like it, whatever. At least give me a good reason why. Like, just admit that it's not your kind of movie. You know, don't try to say it's a bad movie. I always fucking hated that.
Well, I mean, if you say it's bad for some certain reason that doesn't work with you, that's fine. It's just the people who feel the need, like anytime someone says, I like this movie, be like, well, actually, it's a terrible movie.
No.
Like, fuck off. Yeah, this quickly shot up to probably, like, one of my top 5 movies of all time.
Oh.
It's so fucking good.
Oh, same. And everyone just gives such a good performance. Michelle Yeoh, Kai Kwan, and we didn't even mention that James Hong was the grandfather or her father, however you want to look at it.
Yeah. Also, the actress who played Joy fucking eats up this role.
Choose the scenery, sometimes literally.
It's true.
But
also, round of applause for the effects of this movie, because it was by the Daniels and effects team who weren't like professionals. They watched tutorials on YouTube to do all of this.
Correct. And fun fact, the reason they did that, they said the visual effects were done in-house after the Daniels' negative experience with a dedicated post-production studio for Swiss Army Man. So they just kind of had a bad experience with that. So they're like, fuck it, we'll get our own team.
And if you're the type of person who follows CGI artists react, you probably saw, well,
Yep.
when we're recording, this was a recent episode. It might be a few episodes ago by the time it comes out. During the raccoony universe, there's a moment where the chef is like being super good. He's tossing the vegetables in the air and slicing them up. Yeah, all of that was CG. And the effects artists on the couch get kind of mad because it was done using shape layers, which they are like, we never use those. Those are something that accidentally pop up and we delete. Yet you did this amazing effect that's hard to even know it's an effect with those layers.
Yeah, they were like mad. They were like, it's such a simple effect, but they did it so well.
There was a more complicated and sophisticated way to do it, but you didn't do that.
Yeah.
That's also what makes me needlessly angry about people being angry with this movie. It is by new directors. It's not tied into anything. They mix and match genres. They did all the effects themselves. This was like pure sort of new wave thinking with this movie. It's like, no, this is bad because people actually enjoy it.
They're lost, man.
I'm sorry you want to be just sad, I guess.
Yeah. But yeah, just everything about this movie is so well done. It's one of those few films where like everything comes into place perfectly. The acting, the editing, the cinematography, the concept, the script, everything about it is so goddamn good.
And every time I watch it, I notice a new detail, like the pants one I mentioned. I didn't notice that the multiple times I watched through it until like my fourth viewing.
Yeah, it's amazing, insane the amount of details, and I love movies like that where you can just rewatch them and pick up new details every time.
Oh, I forgot some of the Killing with Kindness. One of them was one of the customers who like hit on Evelyn at the start of the movie. Mm-hmm. He was like, you have the same perfume as my wife. I love that perfume. So when having to take him out, he pulls out a grenade. Evelyn grabs it. It becomes a old-fashioned perfume bottle and sprays him in the face.
Ah, that's great.
Or one of the security guards, Evelyn sees into their mind that they went to the doctor and they have like a kink in their neck. So she hits him hard, but it's to undo the kink. And he's like, thank you.
And it just passes out.
Yeah. It's all little stuff like that. Also, there is a joke I didn't realize till my fourth watching as well. The person they help get their at the beginning of the movie where Wayman gets the change back for the customer, you can hear him say in the background of just, hey, I said 20, not 10. I thought you guys were good at math.
Yeah.
Fuck. You can't just say that.
God damn it.
The only person I think who kind of gets the shaft is Becky, but anytime she shows up, she's lovely.
Yeah, she is, totally. Yeah, because she's really not focused on that much.
But then again, why would Jobu focus on that? That's just one universe where they're with Becky. It's not every universe.
Exactly, it makes sense. And then fun fact about the bagel. So they said the idea of the everything bagel started just as a throwaway joke because, you know, it's everything everywhere, so it's an everything bagel. And they said they actually spent some time unsuccessfully attempting to develop the religion of the bagel followers. They were like, oh, she's a nihilist. They were thinking, should there be a dogma? Should there be a book? What should their practices be as a religion? But then they kind of realized we don't really need that. They said the bagel stuck because it became such a useful, simple symbol that we could point to as filmmakers, and you didn't have to explain it much beyond the joke.
Yeah, honestly, that's really smart.
Yeah, so they realized that shit doesn't matter. It's just a bagel, and we'll have them all have circles as the symbolism. That's why Jamie Lee Curtis has the circle on her head when she's fighting them. That's the bagel.
Yeah, it would have definitely slowed the movie down if they tried to over-explain it.
Yeah, exactly.
All we needed was Jobu's nihilism, basically.
Yeah, so it's just the focus was just so well thought out. I just respect that a lot as filmmakers because it's so easy to fall into that trap of like over explaining something, but it's like when you just realize this isn't what this movie needs.
Yeah, it would have added to a runtime and not really need it.
Yep, and this movie's already almost 2.5 hours, so
yeah, so's this episode.
Hey.
Hey. And to think, after this is our one missed call episode, which I think is like 33 minutes.
Yeah. Very big steep drop then, but that's all right. But yeah, honestly, I think we've covered all the technical stuff. Is there really anywhere else to go? Because we kind of explained the rest of it as we were doing the synopsis.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything more to really say on it.
Yeah.
Music is well done.
Oh yeah, so good.
I still can't get over like the fight scenes within the multiple universes. I love the creativity there. I like the piñatas hitting together, or the one where it turns, like I mentioned, the stick drawings, because you see, I'm assuming it's Jobu, no, Evelyn slice at Jobu, and that opens the paper, which causes Confei to fly out, which allows them to cut to the Pinata universe. It's stuff like that that's so smart.
So many clever match cuts and just a way to keep the momentum of the fight going. It's so cool.
Actually, I guess circling back just for one more, because that editing style matches Satoshi Kon so well.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking insane. They did that in live action. Like Satoshi Kon had, for animation, you have control of every single frame.
Yeah.
Here, it's so much.
Yeah. And it's just the way it was thought out. It's like, because, you know, that's basically how, like, I shoot movies, is like I'm shooting it and then I'm like editing the scenes that I've shot in my head. Like, you really do have to think about all of those aspects of it.
Well, that's what a storyboard is for.
Exactly. Yep. So, but
if only we could draw.
Yeah, because neither of us can really draw, which is unfortunate. But
yeah. But yeah, I don't think I have anything else.
Yeah, me neither. Just so well done. Everyone did a good job from the top to the bottom. One of our favorite movies ever. Absolutely check it out.
Still like Premiere a bit more.
Yeah, just a bit. That's why I said one of our favorite movies.
Just remember, life is pointless. Happy face.